this around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we some warriors, they ain't called gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Fucking bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Put on my strap, put on the beat, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better my stealth, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, I'm motherfucking front of this. I ran in the jungle with the troops, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose, we some motherfucking warriors.
What is happening? Hope you are all well. Thank you for tuning in yet again. So I'm just about to make some pancakes actually, and I'm following the recipe on this occasion because the last time I decided to make these pancakes, I thought, I know what I'm doing, I know how to make these pancakes, so I don't need to read the recipe or anything like that. Long story short, they were awful. I forgot to put certain ingredients in. And I put the wrong measurements, etc. in, and yeah, like I say, they were disgusting. So that kind of got me thinking actually, how often I do that on other occasions as well, where like you go, I kind of know what I'm doing here, and you don't follow your own rules or your own procedures, and you have a car crash of a whatever it is, right? So like recently I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've got a lot on the go. As I've said previously, shutting down my business, etc. So there's a lot of stuff that's moving. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot happening in quite a short space of time. And long story short, been feeling a little bit flustered and like just a little bit out of sorts, I guess is probably the best way of putting it, where I feel like I'm spinning my wheels and I'm not really making a hell of a lot of progress in anything really. And it wasn't until I made the pancakes the other day, and basically I just, oh hello, back, and basically I just took a shortcut, right? I went, I know exactly what I'm doing here. I don't need to follow the process. I don't need to read the instructions. Oh, and also what I did was, instead of making 4 pancakes like the batter would normally make, I thought, what if I just pour it all in the pan and then just make one big wedge of a pancake? And yeah, don't do that. Not a good idea. Ah, and I've just remembered now, I made protein pancakes with no protein powder. Smart. Well played, Byron. So yeah, long story short, going back to where my original sentence, I kind of been feeling flustered, kind of been feeling like I'm not making any good progress on anything, and there's a reason for it. I haven't been following my own process. I know what I need to do every day in order to have a good day or a successful day in terms of the world of Byron. And normally that would be sort of wake up, do my journaling, do my gratitude, do my meditation, and then sort of plan my day out. And once my day's planned, then start basically kind of having like a to-do list and just making sure that before I go to bed, I've closed out everything that's on that list. Well, I haven't done that for a week now or so. Well, since I've been back from the US, I haven't been doing that. And then there's me sitting here going, oh, I wonder why I feel so flustered and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Well, it's not rocket science shit, Byron. You just haven't been doing the basics. You know what good looks like, but you've been trying to take a shortcut. You're not following your recipe. So, yeah. Now, I've identified that that's what I was doing, and it took making the worst possible batch of pancakes in the world to string 2 and 2 together and make 4, but now we know. Now we're on track. So, might as well tell you how I make my pancakes in case you wanted to follow the recipe, because I am actually following a recipe on this occasion. So, impact whey protein powder, or any kind of protein powder. I just like my protein because I think value for money and quality is quite up there. So I'm happy. I like them, so I use them a lot. So we go 30 grams protein powder. There's 50 grams of ground almonds, almond flour. There is 2 eggs. There is organic almond milk, 120 grams, 120 mils, sorry. What else we have? Oh yeah, I like to put some PB2 in there as well, add a little bit of something in there. We're running low. It's about 5 grams that I normally chuck in. Oh, and I found that these pancakes can be quite dry. So what I did do, little spin on it from my own perspective, was I chucked in 2 squares of dark chocolate, like the super dark chocolate, so it doesn't add any sort of sweetness to it, but because the chocolate then melts throughout the mix, it kind of gives it a nice bit of moisture, adds a little bit of moisture to it, so there's that. And last time I forgot the banana as well. I went to Waitrose specifically to buy bananas because I needed bananas for the recipe, and then proceeded to forget to do the bananas. So all in all, what we have in here is impact whey 30 grams, organic almond milk 120 mils, 50 grams of ground almonds, about 20 grams, 15 to 20 grams of 90% Lindt dark chocolate. We have 5 grams of powdered peanut butter, aka PB2, and 1 banana, typically between 100 and 120 grams. That's all in there, so this should be magic. Let's quickly give it a zhuzh. I like to use hello. I like to use a NutriBullet, kind of makes it a nice texture. Stand it like that, let it drain a little bit. And then I actually use a paintbrush to paint a tiny little bit of coconut oil on the bottom of the pan so that they don't stick. And then that's where I find you just don't use too much oil either. Because if you keep like doing a teaspoon of oil, teaspoon of oil, teaspoon of oil, before you know it, you've added in like, I don't know, a shit ton of oil. And it's unnecessary. So, yeah. But going back, this is not a cooking show, so I'm not going to talk about cooking or that bullshit. But, in terms of just lessons learned from the last time that I did this, follow a recipe. You know what good looks like. You know what you need to do in order to make whatever it is that you want to achieve happen. But you get complacent, you get a little bit arrogant, you get a little bit kind of like, oh, I know this. I don't need to follow the recipe. I don't need to do the daily processes all the time. And that's where the wheels fall off. That's what I've been doing. Like I was like, oh, I know what a good day looks like. I know I need to just do the following. And then mentally in my head, I follow it. And I kind of do my to-do list in my head. But as your day kicks off and things start happening, life starts doing its thing, you get wrapped up in other shit. And before you know it, you're looking and you're going, damn, what did I actually do today? What have I accomplished today? What, like, have I actually done anything? Have I made progress? And there's no way of knowing because you didn't write down what you needed to do that day and just close them out, tick them off. So, little lesson learned for me, other than throwing things on the floor and having a car crash of an attempt to make pancakes, it's just don't take shortcuts. Don't try and think you know everything, because you don't. There's a likelihood that you're going to forget certain things. There's a likelihood that you're going to miss certain things. You can't take shortcuts. You can't think you know better. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. I like to do that. I like to test things out. I like to challenge myself. I like to try new things. But once you've found a formula, tweak that formula. Don't just change it all together and think that you're going to be able to do whatever it is that you need to do. Like me, I know I need to write shit down to remember it. That's how I learn. I learn through like listening. So if I'm talking to myself like this, or if I'm talking to someone or someone's talking to me, I'm pretty good at retaining that information because I learn quite a lot through audio, or if I write stuff down. So for me not to do either of those and then think that I'm going to have a good day and make things happen, arrogance and stupid. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. So yeah, long story short, it took having a royal cock up of a pancake to kind of realize that I was doing things wrong. And there's that saying, and it goes something like, you can't speed up the rate at which you bake a cake by increasing the heat of the oven, or something like that. And it's pretty much a fact. Just do the time, put the effort in, do what needs to be done, tick the right boxes, and then the results will come. But if you sit there thinking that you can just chill out and wing it, good luck, man. You're gonna have awful pancakes, awful cakes. It's not gonna be fun. You're not gonna get the results you wanna get. So that's today's video. Oh yeah, I put the plate on top. I just find it helps cook the thing a little bit better. It kind of like retains the heat in there. And then when you go to flip the pancake, there's not loads of like that loose batter on the top that then splatters everywhere and makes chaos. You kind of just have this little film over there, and when you flip it, happy days. So that's today's video. Don't take shortcuts. Don't try and think you know better. Follow the process, follow the things that work, do more of the stuff that works. That typical 80-20 rule where 20% of the stuff that you do gives you 80% of the results. So double down on that 20%, get more results, get more happening for you. That's today's video. I hope you guys have had a good time. As usual, please like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already as well. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Cheers for now.